All right, people, let's get this thing going. So, finally, I'm able to get back to some game recording. And as you can see, we have AEW Fight Forever going on here. So, and of course, that's my creation of Braun Breaker right there. I want to show you guys something before I go into. I'm decide what I'm going to do. Let me go into my customs. Now, I want to show you a couple of things I did. I've showed you my arenas before. Let me show you what more than likely, I know some of you didn't see at all. Okay, this one I know you guys didn't see before, but this is just new ideas because a lot of people, let's just be real, even though they'll create something they're not that creative and they get kind of stuck with what they're doing. So, brick layered floor, outside where the people are standing where the crowd is a brick layered floor. The ramp is a brick layered floor. The blue fence. Let's just go into it really quick. Okay, so as you can see, the brick layered floor. The thing is, I never know exactly how it looked to you guys watching. I know how it looked to me. So I'm explaining so we can see. Okay. All right. So of course, you see the ring, blue mat, white ropes, got the black corner poles, black corner joints, and I have the AEW TNT, turnbuckles, and of course the AEW apron. And I like that because for different events, I don't want to do like that color, the one that says dynamite. Then they have the one that doesn't say dynamite. I'm gonna show you different color schemes. As you can see, I got the blue fence, the see-through, no apron on it. As you can see, the mat floor is brick layered. The floor that they stand on, brick layered. Okay. Stage ramp, brick layered. Now, of course, people can modify whatever they want. But a lot of times people look at something and they'll go, oh, okay, got blue and white LEDs on both, right? Stage lights are white. Okay. So that's that. Now, you guys have seen this one before. This I designed for, this is a female's ring, obviously. Okay. So I don't put the guys on in here. So that's what this is looking like for the females. That would look real weird to have the guys in there. That would look really weird to have the guys in there. Okay, so anyway, I'm not really doing this formula stuff. I'm just kind of now I want you to pay attention. You see the gates, right? The two red gates up there. Now, anyway, I'm just showing you this for a reason. Now, just remember those red gates because when I get to, I know you guys saw this arena before. This is the one. Man, sometimes I don't know. This one might be my favorite one overall, man. It just might be. Um, it depends on how I feel because I'll say that, but then in this one, the same thing. Now, this one, the mat is like beach sand style mat. Of course, the mats are like water style mats. The guardrails sand style, so it's like a beach, water and sand. Okay, basically. Got the AEW, turnbuckles. Now we see all that, so let's go to the stage ramp. So I have that up there. But let me see. But I don't have the dynamite. See, I didn't want the dynamite sign. That's my point of what I'm saying. So it's no problem. It's easy to work around that. because you can change that. So that's what I did. That's the Dynamite style Megatron, Jumbotron, whatever you want to call it. And that's what I went with that. It's a good fit because I have blue and red on the apron, blue and red in the screen up there. Then, of course, I use my palm trees with the beach chairs and all that because this is like a beach setup. Okay. And I went with like white and like a pinkish color for the lights because it has a nice tint to it. I saw something that I loved, which I'll talk about later. Now, this is one of the first rings I had did too. So this one, purple ropes. I like how I did this one as well. Now, you guys know that I also have this on the Switch. This is the Series X version. So, I really love this one right here too. That's why I said it's funny because I can say one is my favorite, but then it just depends on how I feel. But I like to get into all of them, man. And I think the purple ropes, the purple corner posts, give it a nice feel to it. Blends in with the floor, with the mat, the colors like blend in. So yeah, got the turnbuckle covers, AEW games. The same with the apron, and also stage ramp, AEW games. And that's what I like to do. I know a lot of people like to try to purple and yellow lights, and then got like the more like a lavender color and light blue lights, because that's all like mixed into the mat, into the apron, those colors. So give it that feel. A lot of people try to like mock other arenas. Initially, like this is one of the very first rings I have made as well. So I've showed you guys this one before as well. And this arena, I kept the ring the same. I love that ring. That's that old Japanese wrestling ring. What I did, change the arena, and I just basically gave it a different brick layer. As you can see, everything, the whole room where the fans are standing, the floor around it, the mat finish is brick layered. The ramp to walk up, and of course, and the funny thing is, this is all the screen back there up on the stage. I actually threw somebody through that and broke it, so that's just a screen projection. Of course, the floor itself is not brick. That's the way the mat is. Now, where the people will be standing will be actual brick, so it's all blended in. Now, this ring right here, what I wanted to do with this one, it just, of course, it's another version of Dynamite, but what it is, I wanted the Ring of Honor colors. So that's why I went with this. I just like the way this would look overall. Got the white, ring posts and everything with the white ropes. I just love this. The red floor. That's just like it gives you a different feel. And of course, it's AEW, but it just has a different feel to it. Now, this one I did. This is very simple, but I love this, man, because it really feels like you're outside somewhere in the park. Like this Brawl Park, maybe I named it, whatever. So you see the background, you got the house, right? And as you can see, the whole floor, everything is grass. So all around the house, the ramp, around the ring, it's like you're literally at a park. Got the wood fence. Now, I'll show you something. Give you a different view of the ring. Okay, so got brown corner joints, brown ropes, black ring posts, got the black kind of brown spotted in ring apron. As you can see, the wood and brown fence, got the grass floor mat type style, whatever, just straight up grass, whatever. Okay, and all black turnbuckle pads. So this has a nice feel to it, man. I like it. You know what? And it all makes a difference. You can see the fence. Now, the thing is, people can, you can always do whatever you want. Now, that's the fence I chose, as you can see, right? But what's cool about that too, now because it's outside, now of course you have these as well, but for me, that green fence has a nice tint to it, you know, as well. But what you also could do, there's outside, you go with the steel wiring guardrail. You know, you go with the graded steel guardrail. And the fact that it's outside, most people probably would go with that one. That's probably what I would have went with if I didn't go with the wood fence. But that wood fence just has a more out. It just, I don't know. I just like it better. But yeah, that's what I chose. You know. Now, of course, for my stage ramp, what I did was now I didn't bother changing that simply because it doesn't matter the video because there's no screen up. It's the house, and of course I have all trees outside. You know, now for the beach setting, you see I had the palm trees with the surfboard with the chair and all that. You know, as props. I think I use green and white for the lighting on this one, and it has a nice feel to it. All right. Now this one, I don't know. It's something about red, white, and green I just like, man. Those Italian colors. There's just something about it, and I don't know what the hell. But what I did, as you can see, I went with now I call this one Holiday Revolution, of course. I have two, basically, Holiday Revolution. When you see, I have this. Well, I'll show you the other one that I did before. You'll remember it too. I have two that's like dedicated to holidays on here because they gave it to us to use. So this one I just call Holiday Revolution. So this would be more like obviously, you know, that's your AEW pay-per-view name. But however, I just wanted to go with these colors. Okay, let's just dig into that one real quick. So I like that ring, that arena. I like the apron, of course, like all of it. Now the people are standing on an all red floor. You got the white crack floor, matte. You know, I don't know. It's something about these colors I just love, man. I really do. All right. So I went with that. Got the red, as you can see, you know, red turnbuckles, white robes, like this. I love this right here, man. I already explained ringside. You can see up there in the top left corner what everything is. So now, of course, with the stage ramp, you can see everything. Okay, you can see what I went with everything. I got the Christmas tree up there. Got the green, like glowing up, the glow ball, glow, whatever you want to call it. For the lighting, I went with white and green, and I like the way the arena looks. What I love about this, and I think a lot of people don't pay attention to that type of stuff a lot of times, is that now this is one of the first ones I did. The lighting makes a difference, and even like when you go fight up the ramp. It depending on even like what you have on, you can see the way the light hits it differently. This is one of my more favorite ones too because of the way now I see it. It's a red and white scheme, but it doesn't look at all like the one I just showed you. And usually, people when they make rings, they make it. You're gonna get mostly a lot of red and white with something, blue and white with something. So the idea is to be different, man. You know, yeah, this is one of. Now, this is the casino arena, as you can see in the background, the casino signs. You know, got the people standing on the white floor. The mat is white with the gray tint around it. Yeah, got the Stinger, you know, logo in the ring, Stinger, the Stinger name, the Stinger, his photo on it, you know, his pic on the turnbuckles. I love this one, and it's like one of the bright arenas, so I like to have a different feel. This is one of the ones I did as well. I love this one. That's why I said it's funny, because I can always say, oh, this is my favorite one. Then it's like, I'll see another one and go, damn, I forgot about this, though. Yeah, this one I like to do. I did this one different. This is one I showed you guys before. But, you know, like I said, man, sometimes just the creativity, man. Like, you can see up there what I got on the, you know, top left hand, what I use for props and everything, the stage, the screen. Yeah. And for lighting, we got blue, lavender, and we got blue. It all makes a difference too. You know, the funny thing is when I first was doing these arenas, I didn't really know how potent they were at first until like, but I'm checking for it, and I'm like, okay, Golden Dragon Arena. This is one of my first ones I did. I love this one too. I want to use different things. Like when I see people, like I love watching other people's creativity. You know, when I see somebody do something, I'll go, damn, okay, cool. But I'll do my own thing. But it doesn't matter if we copy that, but I didn't copy shit. But even still, yeah, for the asshole that like to make stupid comments about stealing people's content, no, dumbass, it's called reposting. That's why if people don't want something reposted, they set their channel so it can't be reposted. And basically, we'll always leave a comment and drop a, hey man, love this, reposting. And they'll give you a thumbs up. It's not called stealing, asshole. It's called reposting. You have no idea. I have several different social media accounts, and you have no idea how many people have reposted my stuff. There's always some idiot got to come in the comment section with that nonsense. You know, that's why you don't have a woman now. Anyways, as you can see, you got the green fence going. Now, I like that green mat. The gray around it doesn't bother anything. And I say that because there's nothing else gray. But it doesn't bother anything. You know, I love the white turnbuckle bed. This reminds me, too, this is why I call it Golden Dragon Arena, because it reminds me just the feel when I did it of like, there was a wrestling show I was watching. It was a Japanese wrestling show. And when I first did this is actually how I did it initially, but the colors just remind me of that. It was a place I used to go to, a restaurant that I used to go to, man, and they had the green and gold. And for me, I looked at this apron, and it was something about that, and I said, "What can I do with this? I can do something with that." And first, I did as a mat, I tried it as a mat, and I'm like, so let me get away from it. Came back to it, and this is what I came up with. And when I did it, I said, "Okay, you know what? This is what I'm going with." And so, show you the stage ramp. Of course, I love the way that just blends in. It just looks so good right there. You see which one I used. Now, there's also nothing red, but you see those golden gates because I feel like it's just appropriate. Then you got the golden dragons down there, right? And like the yellow golden colors in the lights and the screen, so and the logo. So I feel like golden dragon, cool. That's what I called it. Yeah, right. Here we go. So that one I've had for a while as well. Now this is one of the first ones that I did, and I know for me when I did this, I just had that one of those ancient Colosseum type feel, like thoughts. Now I love the design in this. Now the thing is, if I made the entire ring with the same exact design, it could work, but I just felt like something needed to be different so it can stand out. So therefore, you see what I have with the the symbols, the floor, the guardrail, the ramp, right? And so for the ring, I decided, you know what, let me do something to make it stand out. And I love the apron. Now that apron looks more like an apron than a mat, even though you can use it however you want. It depends on how you dress it up, of course. So you got that, as you can see what the turnbuckles are and everything, like everything. I just love the way this pops. Okay, everything is, this gladiator and old ancient symbol stuff. And matter of fact, yeah, you can see what I used up there. Now, of course, there's no screen up at this one, so that to me is befitting. You see the way it all just pops together, so that just has that old gladiator, throw him in there and fight, just type of look to it, and I love that one. Now, my arenas are really done, and there's nothing else as of now that I want to change. So now this one, haunted holiday house, right? Again, so you see the house, but you see the flaming uh, stage ramp leading to the ring. Got the blue mat finish that kind of blends in with the blue on the mat and the ring mat. Got the fire guardrails, and you got Christmas trees back there, but I think there's pumpkins on the floor as well. This one I remember they sent out like around Halloween time. So excuse me, I liked it and I said I'm going to use that. So you can see what I have for the turnbuckles because the color schemes all go together. And yeah, man, just like have everything have a different feel to it. Yeah, got the pumpkins on the floor too, which you wouldn't be able to see, of course, from here. But and lighting, we went with blue and red and yellow and red. So blue and orange, yellow and orange. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. And the most recent one I did, actually, you've probably seen. Let me see. I think I recorded myself. I think I recorded some gameplay with this arena right here, and you see, like I like to just do things differently, man. Like the ring, like I like to see like when people do creative things, I get inspired by that, and so for the rings to pop and stand out differently, it's like this is what I do. I don't understand how people have creative modes and they're like, well, but you can't do this, and but I okay, use what you have. And that's why somebody will always say, yo, how you be put though? I love the rings and the arenas. And yeah, well, this is why. Because you put creativity into it. I don't just throw a ring together. There was a one ring I wanted to make at one point. White mat, had the bright white mat. And the idea was to use bright lights to really highlight it. And then I was going to have red turnbuckles, black ropes, black apron. Now, I was going to have a red floor and black guardrails. It would have worked. But where I made the Ring of Honor ring, I feel like that was a better feel overall. And then when I look at what I was going to use for the screen, it would have worked. But my point is, I feel like that was a better feel. Now, this isn't the green grass. It's just a green mat floor outside, and uh, um, it blends in. It blends in like well. Now I call this the Sandstorm Arena. Now you see the cactuses out there and everything. Now I could have went with a sand floor, but I did that with the beach, and I felt like I didn't need to just because I called it Sandstorm Arena. But you see how I hooked that up there, and of course, if you see the stage ramp, this is what I went with. Now you get the overhead. I like the way it all blends together. Okay, so I think in this video I'm just going to show you these, and I'm going to do a separate video to actually start doing some ass kicking. Okay, Monday Night Mania. I wanted to do something with this. I actually did something with this before, but I don't know if you guys remember. The mat was I had the bloodstained mat. Now the apron, if I remember correctly, I think it was black. I don't remember. I think it made it black. And whatever I did with it, I noticed I wasn't really using that arena. And pretty much when that happens, it's because it's like, so it's like I don't make things just to make it. And that's pretty much what that felt like. Like once even if I created a wrestler, if I found myself not using that person, like I replaced PCO. I loved using PCO. I really did. But when I start to feel like, okay, I love the way I made him and everything, made him look better than what he really looks like, right? But then what happens is I find myself not using people. And those people get replaced. And it's like, okay, everybody's not going to be the fit. So I replaced him with Braun Breaker, and it's like, okay, cool. I'm loving what I did with Braun Breaker. Now, as you can see, what I did, I like this, the way I did this arena much better than how I originally did it. Now, the floor color blends in with the mat. Now, outside where the people are standing is the blood-stained floor. Okay, the mat, um, the ring mat, outside ringside mat is just like burgundy-ish reddish. It's like it blends in, as you can see, it blends in with the mat. With the black AEW turnbuckles, you know, I love this ring. I really love this ring. So yeah. Now, a lot of people, I forget what wrestling company it was. Was it Lucha Underground? It was one of these companies that had the bloodstained floor. There was like it's like the half and half, the bluish and the like kind of lavender like whatever color that is floor. That was this old Japanese wrestling like, and I said, okay, cool. So yeah, man, we look, they give it to us, use it. I don't know how you guys have slots to make 100 people and you don't. You can make what 50 arenas or 20 arenas, and you don't. Like, I don't know. That's you guys. But this is what I went with that. Now, what I did for the stage ramp, as you can see before I even pull it up, you can see what I used. But I used for the stage. Now you see where the blue check mark is in the circle. That's the one I used. Which once you put the screen up the way you want it, that's how it is. And what's a really nice touch, so of course the bloodstained video, but what's a really nice touch is that bridge. That ramp walk bridge, like with the, I love that look, man. So everything blends in so well, man. And now I'm loving this arena more. And basically I went with these big bronze soldiers as props. And I saw a guy playing this game. It was so funny, man. He was like, man, I'm loving this game. I love this game. This game is off the hook. He said, man, I was listening to all of these people talk about this game. It sucks. This. I'm like, hey, man, you play what you like. Don't worry about people. People always going to have some shit to say. So now this is the very last arena that I made. And I love this arena, man. And I can't say it's my favorite, but I kind of been putting matches on in this arena more than any other arena so far. Actually, the color schemes I wanted to go completely just something like as you can see if you look at everything I put up here. I don't just make typical things. I've deleted. If you was to go back and look at a lot of my Fight Forever videos, you'd see like different arenas that's no longer here. But yeah. So you see what I have here with the red railings, the red floor, the red ring posts, turnbuckles, so not to overload it with a bunch of colors. Like certain arenas, you'll add more, but the colors all blend, and that's what gives it a nice touch. As you can see, the floor, which I'll show you in a minute. So you see the mat apron and everything is the same. The mat and the ring apron. See the turnbuckles I use and everything. Corner joints is the same as the colors the ring, and the ropes are the same color as the ring. This is like, I don't know, it just feels so different. Red guardrails. Now, the floor finish that I used. Okay, fallen leaves. And it's funny because when you look at it, you don't know what it is. I'm like, it looks like a freaking Brillo pad. Like, what is it? Right? But that's fallen leaves, right? That's the mat that I used. Now, the funny thing about it is, let me go back. You see similarities, like certain colors in there kind of look like the ring mat, the ring and the apron, the ring mat and the apron, but the green, that shit. I don't know if you guys can see that it has green in it, but it just, that darkness in there is enough to make the ring stand out. Because I find whenever you make the floor and the ring the same exact color, you got to add something like a darker color to make it stand out, or a lighter color, depending on what's dark and what's light. But you got to use something else to make it stand out. I feel like if I put the ring, what I use for the apron and for the ring mat, if I put that as the ringside mat, and I know because I tried it. This is I do different things, and then if I don't feel it, nah. I felt like out of everything, this was the better feel because I wanted to go with a red floor, but I'm like, well, if I go with a red floor, I don't want to have red ring rails as well, and I didn't want to add a bunch of different colors to this one. So this is what I felt most satisfied with. Now for the stage ramp, I'll show you something. Remember when I was talking about those red golden gates, those red gates? Now, when I put those up there, now, of course, this is the overhead, and I use that old Japanese shrine like building like look. I love that right there, man. I absolutely love that. Now, basically, what happened with those with those? Let me get to the props real quick. Okay, and there's no video, of course, because there's no screen up there for that. Now, this is what I use, of course, for the ramp. It all blends in so well. Now, the floor where the people are standing is red as well. Now, these objects that I use, here's the beauty of it. Now, initially, looking at those red golden gate, those red gates, whatever, it's like, oh, that's red. That's perfect. Look at the shrine, right? Well, I'll tell you what happens. When you put them there, they kind of they blend in with everything else. So they don't really stand out at all. Now, as you can see, the trees that I have there are white. And you see a lot of times in like Japanese art and movies and stuff, those little white looking trees like that, right? But notice how, because I got that glowing ball and the lights that I used, okay? You see the glow? You can't even tell they're white. Like they have a nice glow to them. Those red the red gates, they don't stand out because they're red already. So when you're playing the game and you see that in the background, the scenery, it just pops so much better, man. So like they stand out so differently. And then for lighting, it's all red. So this has a nice feel to it, man. Like I'm gonna use this ring when I actually start to do a match. And in terms of wrestlers, I'm trying to think of who I've come up with since the last time I played this. So PCO is gone. Okay, so Braun Breaker. I made Braun Breaker and I've been using him like so much more. Yeah, added him into the mix. And yeah, man, I just been having a lot of fun with this. Okay. Let me go back in. Okay, I just can't highlight it because it's gonna keep making me go back out. Of course, I don't know why the hell I forgot that. But who's new to you would be, and I added some different looks as well. You guys saw my Tony Atlas Black Lava character look. I had to change EC3. His hair is now like that color right there now. So I changed him to look updated. I'm trying to see. I know. Okay, so Harley Hudson, I added her. Well, when I play the game, you'll see. I also added Rocky Johnson, The Rock's father. I got some cool stuff, some fun stuff I'm going to do with that. And I don't think there's anybody else that I added. And of course, there's like changes that I've made. What I do is I make these characters make you want to use them. Honestly, man, a lot of the old school wrestlers, like Rocky Johnson, initially, no knee pads, no elbow pads, just a pair of shorts and some boots. His look was very plain, you know. Dick the Bruiser, you know, all these guys like old school. So yeah, man, I might some of them give them their old school look, their original look, and then I'll like give them, you know, something more modern and say, okay, make them the way I want to make them. Simple. Yeah, and that's what I do. Now, if you guys remember, like guys like Josh Alexander, people that's now in AEW that wasn't when I first made them, you know, yeah, I had them on here. So, I with Rocky Johnson, and this is going to be the last thing I show you before I close the video, because once I go, now of course, this is my touch, giving him a different, look. I don't like those old Tony Atlas, all those guys, man. You know, Bob Backlund, like these guys, they just look so plain back with the stuff that they wore. So, like I said, I'll take certain things, like I said, I'll just give it my touch. Now, I could have went with the Afro Tony Atlas, but I preferred the bald Tony Atlas. Like, all right, cool. So now, of course, they were a tag team at one point, which I have them as a tag team one here. You know, so then you know, like I said, I'll completely just let me just make them how the fuck I want to make them. You know, and they, you know, they look much better than they actually did. You know, when they were actually wrestling. So this is my Rocky Johnson, and I'm probably going to. I don't know if I'm going to do Road to Elite today, but I'll put some tournaments together. I think I'll put a tournament or something together, and we'll get into it. But that is what I did, and yeah, man. So for people, I know there's a lot of people I'm watching. There's a lot of people that's playing this game now with PS5 as well and everything. Yeah, man. Like, you know, if you haven't made people, and like people are saying stuff like, I want to make people, but I don't know who to make, and you know, just use your creativity. Maybe this video will give you some ideas. So anyway, that is what I got for that. Next video will be some actual gameplay. I will see you guys on the next video.